The Boolin edition. Josh and Jake go through stories from their past to break it all down.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free.
Welcome to the Pregame podcast.
I'll edit that out.
The Boolin edition.
I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
With your host, Josh Jarvis.
But she's not like a liberal. She's like a communist.
The hospital story.
This is me and Jake here, and this is just a Bull edition. So, yeah, what about them Tigers?
Yeah, those Tigers are great, but you know what's even better? That
What up?
one time. Remember that? You remember that one time or no?
Which time?
We were in Acres. You got arrested.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, do you remember or no?
No. The only thing I remember is the RA. We were in the study lounge and she was trying to jerk me awake. So she was like, "So you wrestled in high school? Wait, what weight did you wrestle?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I wrestled 189." And then I just dozed off and passed out.
Well, I'm surprised you even remember that because you got hauled off by 2 cops back to the hospital for being a little too drunk, eh?
I did. Yeah, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a couple years ago. Jarvis and I were out doing our normal business, and he got a little too drunk. We had to haul him about, 3 miles?
Well, you got to hear the backstory of that. So
the backstory is nothing, man.
No. I'll tell you the backstory. So, we were drinking all day. I was with your brother and Chris. We were drinking in your dorm all day. We were literally getting shittered. By the time we started the pregame, I was already like 8-9 deep because we started like 2 o'clock. Just
8-9 or
boiling.
what?
8-9 beers deep.
Really?
Yeah, because we just started Boolin, and then, I was good. We got to the party. I was a freshman, had the backpack full of beer, walked into the party, and we're in the party, you're with, a couple exes before, and, just whatever. But we're at the party, and, we're dancing. No Name Girl, your ex's friend, No Name Girl, was there, and what happened was we're all dancing, having a great time. It was bumping, and this girl in front of me, She had a fifth vodka, and it was like half full, whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, I should snag that fifth of vodka.
You should definitely drink it, right?
Yeah, I should snag that half fifth of vodka. And so I grabbed it, and then she was like, what the fuck? Are you taking my vodka? I'm like, oh sorry, it fell out of your hand. I just caught it for you. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. You know what? Just have it. I'm like, bet. All right, we got a fifth of vodka here. And then what ended up happening, me my freshman year, I was always like, I'm the fucking shotgun champ. I'm gonna outdrink everybody. I treat it like a sport. So, I had to have fifth vodka. I'm already fucked. I'm already literally shittered. And I look at your ex-girlfriend's friend. I'm like, should I chug this?
Of course.
And her and her buck teeth were like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And I'm just like, all right, fuck it, I might as well chug it. So I just chugged it really quick. And then I remember me propping up on a stool and your brother coming up to me and being like, bro, you good? And then I don't remember anything after that point. And then I remember in the dorms. And then after that, I remember waking up at 6 a.m. in Sparrow.
Well, buddy, I can definitely fill in for you.
Yeah,
so
fill
after
in.
you slammed that fifth at that party, of course, anyone who would ever slam a fifth would ever get very intoxicated, as you were. And you're a big boy too, and it takes a lot for you to get that drunk.
Yeah.
But
I'm not that big, folks. I mean,
Well, you're not that big,
I'm
but-
like 220.
He's a stout man. He was
I'm
a wrestler
chill.
in high school.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it definitely takes a lot for him to get drunk. But he did succeed in getting absolutely obliterated. And which is not a problem. I mean, we're open to that. Just the thing is, when someone gets obliterated, it's best to be in a place where you are familiar and you're near a bed. We were at a place very far from where either of us slept.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And-
no name of the place, by the way.
And it was maybe 2-3 miles away. So
Pretty far.
It was pretty far. So I mean, I'm not that small. I'm 6'9", 179, and my brother was with me. He's about 5'11", maybe 160.
Why the fuck do the fucking heights matter?
Well, we just got to put things into perspective.
All right,
but
fair enough.
So we had to carry an intoxicated Joshua Jarvis to safety because we're boys and we're not going to let him just, pass out in the street or pass out in some random house because, that's not what you do with friends. You don't just leave them around, obviously. So we went on a journey for about, as I said again, 2 to 3 miles of dragging this man back to a place of safety, which just so happened to be a dormitory, which is a place that is very highly policed with administration, witnesses. There's how many people live in dorms? It's amazing. Hundreds of people live in these dorms. Of course it was a Friday night, but people get upset. So we got to be quiet. And how quiet can you be when you're trying to haul a 220?
Yeah, 220.
A 220 man who's absolutely shit-faced up 3/4 flights of stairs and then into a dorm past your RA's door quietly. It's impossible. It really was. And we found that out very quickly as naive college students were like, oh yeah, there should be no problem. But of course there was plenty of problems because the whole time. Thing is with Jarvis, he gets drunk to the point of passing out, but he doesn't stay quiet. He's quite the murmurer. If that makes sense. I'm sure that's familiar. Safe to say he made plenty of those sounds, and it awoke a lot of our neighbors. And to our worst fear, it awoke our RA, or my RA at the time.
I bet that bitch was still up. I mean,
she probably was still up.
She was a bitch, man.
A total bitch,
I remember meeting her after the incident, and literally, she was just, oh my gosh. Like, she was like the best RA MSU has ever seen. Like, the best. I bet she got awards, man. Okay. I literally bet she got awards from the administration. Be like, making sure taking down all those fucking kids in the dorm.
So one thing to the RAs, I've honestly never had a problem with an RA, except for ones that take their job too seriously, like this RA, for example. So if I was an RA and I saw this incident unfolding, I would be responsible because I do care about people, and I would, check in and say, "Are you okay?" And Jarvis, okay, although he was totally passed out and incoherent, he was fine. I mean, we had the luxury of knowing Jarvis before, and we know how he acts. So he gets drunk, he becomes incoherent, he occasionally does pass out, as in this example. But the thing is, he survives. He's fine. It happens. Everyone gets a little too drunk. He'll go to sleep it off, wake up the next morning. He's all good. She didn't know this. If I was an RA, I would love to give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, he's a little too drunk. Put him in bed. Let him sleep it off. It'll be all good in the morning, right? Not her. She, as Jarvis said, she is one of the best RAs ever and decided to take immediate action. Yeah, it does look bad when you're dragging this man up 4 flights of stairs on the carpet. His legs are not moving. They're dragging into a door, and I'm jingling my fucking keys, trying to get him into the lock to drag this man inside. Of course, she's probably looking at her fucking peephole the whole time. Saw this happening.
Hawking it.
Springs into action. Oh, no. Oh, my God. What's going on? Is he all right? Is he breathing? Were you breathing or what?
I guess.
He was breathing.
I don't know.
He was fine. He was breathing. Oh, my God, you guys. No. Do not give him water. Do not put him to bed. Go into the study room. So
yeah, that was the biggest thing. They wouldn't even give me water. It's like, I need fucking water at that
Just put him to
point.
bed. He'll be fine. But according to this RA who's had the proper training, no.
All you need to do is put a fucking backpack on me, give me some water, and like put a trash can next to me.
A backpack?
Yeah, so I don't choke on my puke. You ever heard of the backpack
Never.
test?
No.
Yeah, you put a backpack on somebody so they can't sleep on their back and choke on their own puke.
Well, he already knows more than that RA, obviously.
Yeah, right? I should take her job, but catch me living in the dorms. Fuck.
Anyway, she sprung into action, told us to drag him to another room that's not the dorm, which was a study room about 2 doors down. We drag him down. What did she say? Put him on the ground. Drop his ass right on the ground. He sprawls out, legs and arms out, on his back, eyes, I don't know, in the back of his head. of course, that doesn't look good. I'm there with my girlfriend at the time, my brother. We were all drunk, but that was a very sobering moment. We're like, wow, we're fucked. Of course, the first thing she does is, Jarvis. Or she doesn't know your name at the time. She asks us, she says, what's his name? I said, it's Josh Jarvis. The guy's fucking drunk. He can't even walk. So she decides to go, all right, I'm going to test him. Let me see if he's really that drunk. Bitch, obviously, he's fucking wasted. What did she do? Oh, what's his name again? Josh? Okay. Josh? She's now tapping. What is your name? What is your name? What does that tell you, bitch? Obviously, he's fucking wasted. You knew that. What else do you need to know? We're trying to tell her, listen, please, just like, he's obviously wasted. We're going to take him back to the dorm. We're going to put him to bed. Everything's going to be okay. Of course, no, she insists. Tell me more about him. Tell me more about him. What does he do? What high school does he go to? Blah, blah, blah. He goes to Crestwood. He's a wrestler. He's fine. He doesn't go here. He's fine. I promise. What high school do you go to? What high school do you go to? Crestwood. He's just... Nothing was working. Okay, when that doesn't happen, the Super RA decides, okay, this is not good. We're going to have to call in more backup. Oh, on her cell phone immediately, calling the backup RAs. Oh my God, come here right now. I'm on the 4th floor. We have a very drunk subject, blah, 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 blah. He's absolutely wasted. We need help. More RAs show up. Jarvis is still sprawled out on the ground. I'm shitting my pants. It's my sophomore year at the college. I'm freaking out. I'm like, wow, this is it. I'm done. I'm going to get kicked out. This kid's going to get arrested. I'm going to get arrested. The RAs are now encircling us. They're doing the same test. Hey, man, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Just poking this body. This guy's fucking just like can't even talk. He's just, just fucking laying out, just mumbling. It's like, obviously he's drunk. Just let me put him to bed. Nope. Time to call the authorities. All right, time to get the big dogs involved. Call the police. Call an ambulance. He's going to have to go to the hospital. He's going to die. You know? That's what everyone thinks when you get too drunk, that you're just going to die. But, you know, it's...
I mean, for good reason, though. I even saw her after, and I thanked her because, you know, at that point when I'm so fucked up, I don't know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. But, yeah, I mean, kind of looking over the situation and what you guys told me, it's, you know, it was definitely that gray area. You had no idea.
It's a gray area. I mean, of course, none of us are, you know, doctors, and we haven't had much experience with this. We're in our early 20s.
Yeah, I'm a fucking business major.
He's a business major. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking English major. I can't say much. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on shit, but like, you know, of course, yeah, I'm glad that she did care. I'm assuming that she truly did care about Jarvis and his, you know, well-being, but it wasn't necessary, you know.
No.
It wasn't necessary in the long run. He didn't need, you know, immediate medical attention, but at the time she definitely was like, okay, this needs to happen. So of course she calls 911, and she believes, and the rest of the RAs believe, against all of our will, against everything we were saying, that he needs to go to the hospital and he needs to get checked out. So of course, inevitably, the police come and the paramedics. Of course, Jarvis is still very belligerent. He's laying on the ground, spread eagle on his back. 2 policemen show up in the study room. I shit my pants before when the RA caught us. Now my pants are even... I shit them even more. I was so fucking nervous.
That's why you put on your Snapchat story, huh?
Yeah, okay, all right. Maybe I wasn't that nervous because I did record it, and I had to document it because it's the first time I've experienced that type of shit, and of course you got to document that.
True.
So, me, my girlfriend at the time, my brother, are standing in between the RA, the multiple RAs, 2 policemen, and a couple EMTs that have arrived. And so, now that the higher authorities are here, they have to start giving their input. They have to start, you know, breaking down the situation and gathering information for themselves.
Yeah.
What do? Of course they're going to ask the same questions that were asked before. Hey man, talking to Jarvis on the ground. What's your name? Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. Typical cop shit. You know, cops got to gather information first. What the cops ask Jarvis, do you remember what they asked you?
No.
They said, hey buddy, what's your name? To this man laying on the ground. You know what Jarvis says? He gives him one little shake and he goes, "I'm the shotgun champ." And at that moment, I don't think I could shit my pants more because I don't think I had any more shit in my bowels to release. But I was done. I might as well fucking sit me on the ground, handcuff me, put me in the back of the fucking cop car because that was it. This man just told 2 fucking police officers that he's the shotgun champ. This underage man, drunk as fuck, laying on the ground. "I'm the shotgun champ." I was like, all right, fuck, he's done. Yeah. And of course, the cops look to each other like, all right, you know what we got to do? All right. Boom, put him in the fucking gurney, get him the fuck out of here because this guy's way too fucking drunk. Oh, dude, all you had to say was like, I know you weren't there, but I wish you just would have said, Joshua Jarv. It would have been so much better, man. It would have been so much better, right?
I was the champ.
Honestly, secretly deep down, I think you did know that the cops were talking to you and you just wanted to be that, you just wanted to spit in the face of authority, right?
No, that's definitely not what happened there.
You're just giving your honest.
Well, it was funny because if you zoom into where I remember, I woke up 6 a.m. at the hospital hammered. I was completely obliterated, and
Were you handcuffed to the bed?
no, not at all. I woke up, my ID was like next to my head, and it was like open. And
Were you in the hallway?
Yeah, they put me in the hallway. They didn't even give me a room. They just put me in a hospital bed and they threw me in the hallway. No IV, nothing. I was just sitting there in the hallway.
There's a specific hallway for drunk fucks. It's just the drunk fuck hallway. That's wheel these bastards out with an ID next to their head, right?
Well, maybe, I don't know. But it was like Martin Luther King Day. So like there obviously wasn't like
it was a holiday.
Full fucking line of people. No, you gotta think this is literally a Monday. So like I'm sitting there like Monday night. We went out on a Sunday. We're sitting there on Monday night, and then I'm like in this hospital bed. I wake up. I have no clue what the fuck's going on. My hair is all over the place. I'm just like, what the fuck? And I remember I woke up and I had this fucking this box mod in the back of my pocket.
What's a box mod? Explain that real quick.
It's a vape, really. It's
a big vape.
It's like a big vape. It's like the first ones that came out where you pour the juice and like replace the coil and shit.
A lot of smoke comes out.
Yeah,
right?
A lot of smoke. I didn't vape that. I mean, I drool and shit now.
That?
Yeah, we found it at I remember picking that up. And then you took a hit, and then your ex-girlfriend slapped you right across the face.
This was before he got super drunk.
But that was before, but I had it in my back pocket, and I totally didn't realize
You didn't realize. And it's so crazy that they didn't search him and find this, at the hospital. They didn't find this extravagant box of cancer smoke in his back pocket. They didn't take it away, or they just let him have it. Well, he's in his fucking what do they call those things? The uniform that you wear, the fucking.
No, I didn't have a uniform or anything. They didn't even change me. I was in my regular clothes. But the best thing about it, I was hammered, so I took it out and started taking hits in the fucking bed.
You started taking hits.
I literally just started taking hits of that shit, and I was like talking to the other person. I'm like, yeah, I'm the fucking shotgun champ. I was still saying that shit, and yeah, and then I like had my phone. I texted Chris, and I was just like, yo, like, I'm in the hospital. Like,
yeah, that's
and then
to backtrack real quick, that the first thing this man does when he wakes up from his drunken stupor is hit the mystery vape that he has in his back pocket.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a.
What else do I do? I mean, I was sitting on the button and it was literally burning my ass.
Yeah,
it was burning my ass. I burnt the fuck out of that coil.
So anyway, he wakes up, he hits the vape, and he's like, all right, I got to get out of here. I can't be in a hospital all day. I gotta get the fuck out of here, and I don't have my truck with me. I got to call one of my close friends to pick me up. So you called you called Chris, right?
Yeah. So Chris previously was already at the hospital.
Why was he at the hospital?
He came in a taxi. He saw your story and saw that I was at the hospital, and I had his MSU ID. So he came over and like grabbed his MSU ID and then grabbed my truck keys and then took a taxi back. So I called him and he basically just took my truck and picked me up, and. Yeah, that was some extremely weird shit. And, Chris picked me up, and Chris was so fucking pissed.
He was mad, yeah. He had to get up early.
He didn't have to get up early for shit. And literally, he was so pissed. He's like, bro, you're not fucking sleeping here. You're sleeping at Jake's. Go to Jake's. And then I just walked into Jake's place. And then I remember just passing out there. Yeah, just totally passed out.
I just want to say how good of a guy Chris is to drop anything he was doing. At the time, Chris was in this this phase of chain smoking Newport, so that's what most of his time was dedicated to. But he decided to drop all of that and help out one of his good friends and go pick him up from the hospital. I want to commend Chris for that. I mean, it's a great thing to do.
Yeah, that's definitely
Especially
a
to
great
take
thing
a
do.
taxi, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he drops fucking some heavy money at like 3 a.m. on a taxi.
He's a good
to get
fucking
down there.
guy, you know? There's not a lot of guys out there like Chris.
No, not at all.
You're good friends with Chris. He's gonna get you no matter what.
Yeah.
And you're thankful for that, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, not only in that time in college, there was so many other different times in college where he had to come through and, help me out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think I could have dodged so many MIPs that I did before. It's now just a fucking civil infraction up here in East Lansing. So, yeah, I've definitely dodged a couple because of that guy. And definitely thank him for that. Now and then I woke up that next morning still, and I was still a little buzzed. Like, I don't know what the fuck was in that vodka.
Well,
I was
of course,
lingering.
you're fucking wasted, dude.
Yeah, but I woke up, and then we still had the vape, and then, like, we recorded videos and shit with, like, the Martin Luther King, like, fucking Snapchat filter of me, like, hitting a vape, and I, like, tied a bed sheet around my neck like I was a fucking superhero.
Yeah, of course. You know, he almost died from alcohol poisoning, and he was at the hospital, almost got arrested. But of course, we had to make a joke out of it, right? Because that's just what you do, you know? Light humor just cures everything, you know? Oh, laugh it off, right? Almost got arrested. Just laugh it off. Let's take a couple videos, hit the vape, put on a bedsheet cape, and everything's good, right?
Yeah, and yeah, we did that. And then I remember going to IHOP with your brother. I don't know if anybody else came. I don't quite remember. But, yeah, and I still had my hospital bracelet on. I totally changed clothes, took a shower by then.
It's a badge of honor.
A badge of honor. And I remember in the hospital, Noah took a picture of me, and that was the first start to our Finsta. And then we created a Finsta that lasted a couple years.
Finsta, just for you who don't know, it's a fake Instagram. It's an Instagram where it's private, so the public can't see it, but you have a selected few, usually your close friends, who can see pictures that are usually very controversial that you know, and this was one of the pictures, him in the hospital bed. It's a great fucking picture. We'll put it up on the website.
Shut the fuck up. We're not doing shit with that. No, it wasn't even a picture of me in the bed. It was a picture of me sitting at IHOP, like in straight a grout fit, like shorts from high school, like high school football shorts, and like a goddamn plain t-shirt from H&M. Like, it was just like the wackest shit. And then yeah, it was like straight out of the hospital or some bullshit. Yeah, and that was definitely a fun time, and that's what lived it up. Me partying at MSU, and I didn't even go to MSU at the time.
Yeah, so
yeah,
this was I just wanted to say this was before Josh was officially enrolled at MSU, but it is one of the biggest moments to both of our college careers that it just started everything. This was the moment where I fucking hated the guy so much, but at the same time, it was the craziest fucking shit I've ever experienced in my life, and I was like, God damn, this guy, he obviously needs to come here, and we need to live this even further, because I've never met someone like this before, and I've never been involved in a situation before. And yeah, of course it was scary, and you know, like anyone, I would never want to get arrested or be close to being arrested, but it was a special moment where Josh, myself, and Chris, and everyone else involved interacted on a level that it's just good for life. You know, you gotta, at times you have to live these moments, you know. That's why we're talking about it right now, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, I think the administration conned this shit, because my plan wasn't even to go to MSU. I was going to go to Eastern, but obviously I made a good choice coming up from Michigan State. But administration definitely conned me into this type of shit, because I wasn't even planning on coming up here.
Yeah, I think, of course, it's a good moment for us. Good in, you know, good.
Outcome.
But
not actual moment. Outcome was
let's
good.
Be practical here and say that we definitely helped the resident administration in they practiced with this. They definitely learned from this moment. So we helped in a way, right? Or you helped in a way?
Yeah, I mean, I helped in a way, but also I don't think I'm their first case.
I'm
so
sure you're not
maybe
the
I
first
set them
case.
back a little bit, but maybe it was a new RA, like that skeezy bitch that we had in a counter there. Yeah, I think it's definitely a learning moment for her, at least. I remember because I helped with my sophomore year, coming up here my sophomore year, I helped with Welcome Week move-in. And with Welcome Week move-in, I saw her because, I got to move in early and then I helped RAs moving other people in. And I saw her, and like she locked eyes with me. She's like, I know who the fuck that person is. Like I know who that is. And I saw her, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Like she saw me like perfectly normal and sober, and not like in party mode, but like, hi, I'm a nice guy type of mode. And it like totally baffled her. It was almost like I did like a 180, 360 change, and like she was like, oh my gosh, she's an actual like decent person.
It was probably her worst nightmare.
Probably her worst
come
nightmare.
alive.
Yeah. I just come out of nowhere like, "Ugh," and just like become their worst nightmare. Yeah, maybe after 10 p.m. on a Saturday. But
Yeah, it's good for an RA, to experience someone who would tell two East Lansing authorities that they are the shotgun champ. The
Yeah.
so-called shotgun champ.
it's just so they can know, really.
That's a what?
It's just so they can know who the shotgun champ is.
They have to know.
They have to know. Shotgun champ's retired now, but
it's a good
if
moment
they're-
in history.
It was definitely a good moment in history, and for whatever TFM or Barstool Hall of Fame, yeah, we'll see if I make it. We'll see if I make it through.
I'm sure he made it.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We
Well,
took enough fucking videos to remember.
I'm sure he did. But yeah, the man wants to. I wouldn't say forget it. I mean, you should always learn from the past. But what we're trying to say is, things you do in your youth, things you do in college, they're stupid, they're fucking fun, but they're all a learning lesson. And I think it's a learning lesson for everyone. Himself, his close friends involved, and the administration. Although we're kind of trying to make a joke out of it, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny. But in all seriousness, it definitely shaped me to do better things in the future as well.
Of course, yeah. I think
Yeah.
you really did learn from it.
Yeah, most definitely.
It just proves that no matter who you are, shit happens.
Yeah, most definitely. So we'll wrap this up, guys. Thank you for checking this out. A little sneak peek bonus feature of my story in the hospital. If you're trying to find Jake Damien, you can look up all of his social media or go to your local bar, frat
Fuck
party,
off.
anything like that. And yeah, it's a pleasure, guys.
Bitch, I'm on a party like Chris Paul.